Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about cardiomyopathy. It is defined as heart disease resulting from an abnormality in the myocardium. It can be primary or secondary. Secondary where myocardium involvement is a component of systemic or multi-organ disorder, and primary when it is confined to the heart muscle. Disease predominantly confined to the heart muscles. Based on clinical, functional, and pathologic pattern, cardiomyopathies are classified into dilated cardiomyopathy, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and restrictive cardiomyopathy. Now, coming to causes, different causes are there. In dilated cardiomyopathy, most common it is idiopathic in nature. In genetic influence, in families, the incidence will be 20 to 50%. It is autosomal dominant inheritance, and 20% is due to mutation in titin protein. It is also associated with X-linked disorder, that is Duchenne and Becker muscular dystrophy. It is also known as X-linked cardiomyopathy. Some acquired causes are also there for dilated cardiomyopathy, like myocarditis. Most common, that is a viral induced Coxsackie B virus and other viral infection. Some toxins like chemotherapeutic agents and chronic alcoholism also leads to dilated cardiomyopathy. And third will be peripartum cardiomyopathy. In hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, most commonly it is autosomal dominant and it runs 100% in families. It is caused by mutation in heavy and light chain of cardiac beta myosin, troponin I, and troponin T. For restrictive cardiomyopathy, there are so many causes. Most common, it is idiopathic in nature. Second, it is due to radiation induced fibrosis, hemochromatosis, amyloidosis, sarcoidosis, scleroderma, metastatic tumors, and inborn error of metabolism. Now, coming to clinical presentation. In dilated cardiomyopathy, the age will be 20 to 50, within the 20 to 50 years in age. It presents with systolic dysfunction and progressive signs and symptoms of progressive congestive heart failure, like shortness of breath and easy fatigability. The mechanism of heart failure in dilated cardiomyopathy, it is because of systolic dysfunction, while in restrictive and hypertrophic it is because of diastolic dysfunction. In hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, the patient present with exertional dyspnea due to reduced cardiac output and secondary increase in the pulmonary venous pressure. On auscultation, you will appreciate a harsh systolic ejection murmur. Here, in restrictive cardiomyopathy, contractile function is normal, and the main impairment, that is a diastolic dysfunction. It leads to impaired ventricular filling because of heart cannot relax during diastole. Now, coming to morphology. In morphology, we will discuss about gross and microscopic feature. In gross dilated cardiomyopathy, the heart is flabby and large and heavy. The weight up to 900 gram, or it reaches to 1000 gram also. Here, as the name it suggests, it is a gradual hypertrophy and dilatation. Dilated means dilatation of all four chambers. This is a characteristic of dilated cardiomyopathy. In hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, please remember these bold letter words: asymmetric interventricular septal hypertrophy without ventricular dilatation. Here there is a no ventricular dilatation is absent, but there is a interventricular septal hypertrophy in the form of asymmetric manner. Left ventricular cavity is compressed into a banana like configuration. It is because of asymmetric bulging of ventricular septum. Remember this banana like configuration of left ventricular cavity. MCQ question will be asked. In restrictive cardiomyopathy, ventricles are normal in size or slightly enlarged. Cavities are not dilated, but the dilatation of both atrium will be seen in restrictive cardiomyopathy. Now, coming to microscopic features. On microscopy, in dilated cardiomyopathy, is a non-specific findings will be there. You will appreciate on H&E section diffuse myocyte hypertrophy with variable interstitial and endocardial fibrosis. When in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, you will see a extensive myocyte hypertrophy. It is reach up to more than 40 micrometer in size. Normally, it is approximately 15 micrometer. This is a pathognomic of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, that is a classical helter-skelter myocyte disarray, that is a haphazard disarray of bundles of myocytes. You will also appreciate interstitial and replacement fibrosis. Third will be restrictive cardiomyopathy. Here on microscopy, you will find only patchy or diffuse non-specific interstitial myocardial fibrosis. And on endomyocardial biopsy, you will reveal a pathology as per specific etiological findings. Now coming to prognosis. In dilated cardiomyopathy, mural thrombi are common and there is no primary valvular disease are there. 50% die within 2 years, 25% survive more than 5 years, and some improve with therapy. In hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, there are so many complications. First, that is atrial fibrillation. Mural thrombi will be there, which emboli and leads to stroke. Ventricular arrhythmias and sudden death. Remember these. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is one of the most common cause sudden death in young athletes. In restrictive cardiomyopathy, the prognosis depends on etiology, specific etiology. Here, this picture show this is a cause in dilated cardiomyopathy, either non-genetic or genetic cause. 20 to 50% are genetic cause due to various mutation in the proteins like cell membranes, cytoskeletal, sarcomere, nuclear envelope, or mitochondrial. Non-genetic causes, that is myocarditis, peripartum, or toxic like alcohol, and idiopathic, which leads to dilated cardiomyopathy. This mutation leads to defect in force generation, force transmission, and or myocyte signaling, leads to dilated cardiomyopathy. And this morphology will be in the form of hypertrophy, dilatation of all four chamber. Microscopically, you will find fibrosis, interstitial fibrosis, and intracardiac thrombi. In hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, it is 100% genetic cause, and there is a mutation in sarcomeric proteins. So it leads to there is a defect in energy transfer from mitochondria to sarcomere and or direct sarcomeric dysfunction. It leads to this type of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and these are the features morphology. Hypertrophy is marked with asymmetrical septal hypertrophy, microscopically myofiber disarray, fibrosis, left ventricular outflow tract plaque, thickened septal vessels. These both leads to heart failure, sudden death, atrial fibrillation, and stroke. Now coming to morphology with pictures. Here you will, this is a picture of dilated cardiomyopathy. You will find all four chambers will be dilated, and mural thrombi will be appreciated at the apex part of left ventricle. This is a microscopic feature slide showing a mesenteric stain, and you will appreciate a myocyte hypertrophy. This is hypertrophied myocytes and interstitial fibrosis. This blue color is interstitial fibrosis. Coming to variant of dilated cardiomyopathy, these are your MCQ questions. Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It is associated with stress and because of release of catecholamines. The affected myocardium may be stun or show multifocal contraction band necrosis. You will appreciate left ventricular apex is most often affected, leading to apical ballooning that resembles takotsubo. That is a Japanese word. It means a fishing pot for trapping octopus. So this word is important, apical ballooning of left ventricular apex. And what is the meaning of takotsubo? uh, Cardiomyopathy. It is a variant of dilated cardiomyopathy. Another variant, that is arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. It is an autosomal dominant disorder characterized by, as its name suggests, right ventricular failure and arrhythmias. It is caused by defective adhesive molecules in the desmosome. Wall of right ventricle is severely thin with loss of myocytes and profound fatty infiltration. This is the figure showing gross and microscopic feature of arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. Grossly, you will find this is a left ventricle, which is the normal in size and shape. Here, this is a right ventricular cavity. This is a dilated, and this yellow color is because of fatty infiltration. So almost all transmural replacement of free wall by adipose tissue and fibrosis. This is a dilated right ventricle, and this is a muscle tissue. See the difference of color. This is a yellowish, so because of fatty infiltration, it is yellow in nature, and this is the muscle. The color is due to muscle fibers. Now microscopically, this is a mesenteric stain. Uh, Here you will find a fatty infiltration, uh, not fatty infiltration, but the myocardium is replaced by fibrous connective tissue. This is a fibrous connective tissue and fatty tissue. This uh, empty looking, it is a fat cell. This is a right ventricular muscle fiber will be appreciated. Coming to hypertrophic cardiomyopathy with asymmetric septal hypertrophy, here you will appreciate grossly. This ventricular septum is thickened, and here you will see a banana shaped ventricular cavity. Microscopically, you will appreciate a disarray, extreme hypertrophied muscle fiber, and characteristic branching of myocytes as well as interstitial fibrosis. It's the fibrosis. Now, some important information which is routinely asked in MCQ question. Naxos syndrome. It is associated with mutation in the gene encoding the desmosome associated protein, that is a plakoglobin. Remember this, which is characterized by this syndrome is characterized by arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy, and second, that is a hyperkeratosis of plantar and palmar skin surfaces. Osteoglycine, that is OGN gene, is associated with hypertrophy of left heart in left ventricular hypertrophy. Thank you.